The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Hey everyone, thanks for waking up with us on this Tuesday. It's 5 a.m. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher, making headlines around the state. An arrest has been made following a manhunt triggered by the deadly shooting of a sheriff's deputy in Palmdale. Investigators say the deputy was ambushed while sitting at a red light in his patrol car. Dana Griffin has the latest on the senseless killing.
The manhunt for a suspected cop killer is over. SWAT teams arresting 29-year-old Kevin Cataneo Salazar in an early morning raid following an hours-long standoff.
For right now, we believe we have the murderer of our deputy in custody.
Authorities saying they recovered multiple firearms and detained the suspect at a home he shared with his parents in Palmdale, less than 5 miles from the sheriff's station, where 30-year-old deputy Ryan Klinkenbroomer was shot and killed Saturday as he pulled up to a red light in his patrol vehicle. Surveillance video from the sheriff's station's own camera capturing the moment the suspect vehicle stops next to the officers, then takes off.
Honestly, it's really upsetting.
The suspect's family says he had been placed on multiple 72-hour psychiatric holds.
He was mentally ill. He heard voices. We tried to help him.
The family would not confirm how he obtained the firearm, as investigators now work to determine a motive for the murder. Is there anything about him or that you've discovered as to why this happened?
That's the million-dollar question. Everybody wants to know, why would somebody do something this horrible? And we intend to find out.
Deputy Klinkenbroomer, engaged to be married just days ago, leaves behind a grieving family and community trying to comprehend this senseless tragedy. Dana Griffin, NBC News.
Now to an issue we closely follow here at 17 News, pedestrian safety. And a pedestrian is dead this morning following a crash in South Bakersfield. It happened just after 6 a.m. yesterday on South Union Avenue. CHP says leading up to the crash, a 45-year-old pedestrian tried to cross the street by walking in the middle of traffic. The driver that hit the pedestrian remained on scene, and officers say they cooperated with the investigation.
In your 17 Crime Watch now, a man has been arrested in Wasco for possession of a ghost gun and fentanyl. KCSO says Vincent Callahan was taken into custody during a search at a home on Gaston Street. Deputies say they found a handgun with the serial number removed, live ammo, drug paraphernalia, and suspected fentanyl. Callahan was booked into jail on drug charges and several weapons violations. Turning to some breaking news from overnight. A heavy police presence was seen at Yokitz Park in central Bakersfield shortly before midnight. You can see officers were in the area. They taped it off. There are rumors going on online about what happened, but we have nothing confirmed from BPD just yet. We will keep you updated as we learn more.
A serial killer has been charged with murder in the death of his cellmate at North Kern State Prison in Delano. Ramon Alberto Escobar is scheduled for arraignment on Thursday on charges of first-degree murder and assault. Escobar shared a cell with Juan Villanueva, who is serving a life sentence for aggravated sexual assault of a child. That's according to the State Corrections Department. Villanueva was found unresponsive in his cell back in February. Prosecutors say he was strangled. Escobar is already serving a life sentence for killing 5 people in Los Angeles and 2 more in Texas.
Court documents reveal long simmering tension over the placement of cremated remains led to a deadly shooting at a family barbecue back in May. Prosecutors say Barney Krause shot Juan Felipe Neri outside a home on Chelsea Street. Krause says he fired 1 shot as Neri punched and threatened to kill him, then fired 2 more shots as Neri stumbled, claiming it was self-defense. Krause is being held without bail on a charge of first-degree murder.
We have an update this morning on a raging apartment fire. We are now learning 2 people were burned and 3 families were displaced by the blaze. You may remember this massive fire. It happened Saturday morning on Knott Street in northeast Bakersfield. Firefighters say 1 unit caught fire and then explosions happened that damaged windows in the entire complex. A man and woman were taken to the hospital for their burn injuries. The cause of this fire is still under investigation. The Red Cross is now helping the 3 families displaced.
A brush brush fire near Highway 58 has been contained. The so-called Caliente fire sparked Saturday afternoon and burned 55 acres before crews got the upper hand. Authorities say it all started near Bealville Road and Highway 58. The cause of the fire is not known at this time, and an investigation is underway.
17 News is your local election headquarters, and Veronica Vasquez is running for Kern County Supervisor. She made the announcement yesterday. She is going after the seat in District 4 that is currently held by David Couch. Right now, Vasquez is a Delano City Councilwoman and also serves on the Kern Council of Governments. She says one of the biggest issues we are faced with is the misunderstanding of what the actual needs are in our rural communities.
Education news now. The Kern High School District has named a successor for its superintendent, but the decision didn't come without some controversy. After meeting with 4 internal candidates yesterday, the board announced Associate Superintendent Michael Zulfa will take the job. The Dolores Huerta Foundation addressed the board, asking them to look outside the district for candidates to bring in more diversity. But board president Brian Beatty says this is the process when you have qualified candidates inside. The current superintendent will step down in February. Zulfa has worked with the district for more than 25 years. The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.